just like I think people just seem to be getting sicker, you know.
Yeah, for real.
And it's everybody. It's not just unvaccinated people. It's not just vaccinated people. It's everybody. So it's like, just makes you fucking wonder what these next couple of years are going to be like.
Well, let's hope we all get through it.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, right?
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't become the new normal.
I don't think it will. I think we're gonna get a handle on this as human beings. The best part about us is we can adapt. So like we're gonna get through this. We're gonna be able to adapt to this next thing. Like the bubonic plague, you know what I mean?
Fair enough. Everyone
like,
thought that was the end of the fucking world.
Right.
Why
so
wouldn't
like,
you?
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say this is not a really serious thing. It's killing a bunch of people because it is. But like, we're gonna have no choice as a species but to get through it. You know,
is that or die? Yeah. So
you know
I mean,
what I mean?
what happens is gonna happen. There's nothing we can really do except for just try to be as healthy as you can.
Exactly. That's all you
Keep
can.
your immune
That's
system
why
being good. Fucking work out.
Yeah.
Do your shit.
Keep active. Stay right. And I think that us being in Tampa, we have a great exposure.
What do you mean? Like we're constantly exposed to coronavirus?
Yeah.
That's true. And I think
I think that might either be a good thing or a bad thing based
on how your immune system is. Exactly. Because it's like I feel like right
Mm.
now I have a shit ton of antibodies because I had it. I didn't even really get sick, but still I was testing. So like my body was producing antibodies. They also luckily have the monoclonal antibody treatment, which is available for free if you want to get it. You go to the fairgrounds, you wait in a line, and they give you 4 shots, 2 in your stomach, 2 on the back of your arms, and they inject you with antibodies for the coronavirus. And like someone that we work with did it, and he was like, literally, I felt better within 5 minutes. He was like, I feel better than I ever have in my entire life. And they basically guarantee you not to get COVID or sick from it at least in like 90 days because you have so many antibodies. And
So,
I think that's a pretty cool treatment. So it's not a vaccine.
You know someone who got it?
I know someone who got it and swears by it.
It's just one person that you know?
That's just one person, but my thing is it's a pretty politicized thing. Like, but like, the monoclonal antibody treatment is being done in like Florida almost exclusively. And that's because that's what Trump used, and Ron DeSantis is a big Trump supporter. It worked, and it's working for a lot of people, but like other like liberal states and stuff don't want to use monoclonal antibody treatment. They want to use the vaccine. That's what they're pushing. They're like, so there's different ways of treating it. And sadly, it's become politicized, and it shouldn't. This should be like a decision everyone should be able to make for themselves. The treatment should be available to everybody. Yeah. And people should be able to make their own decisions. But
for sure.
Sadly, these things all become politicized. They try to politicize everything,
Yeah, I don't like that.
And it works.
Let's hope they don't try to politicize video games at some point.
Oh, God. I mean, like, in a sense, they already kind of have. Like,
how so?
Well, I mean, like, EA, for instance, is becoming more inclusive. So, for instance, like in a World War II game, you could play on the German side as a black woman.
No, you cannot. What? I've been playing the shit out of Battlefield 5, and I remember you saying that, and I tried to do it. You cannot.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You can't play on the German side as a black woman. No. You can not. I tried to do it. I tried to look through all the characters. I went through all the characters that at least were available to me, and there was no black females. There were no black people.
Then I don't understand what people are bitching about just because, like, I get why people...
Maybe they updated it now that you can't.
I don't know. They probably didn't do that. They wouldn't have taken that feature out. They're going to put it in. They're going to keep it in.
Don't remember being able to do that. I literally was just playing it the other day. When I tried to do it, it was a few weeks ago. But yeah, when you're on the Axis side, you can't. You can play as a Chinese person.
Really?
Yeah, because you got the Iwo Jima shit that they have in there.
Oh, Japanese person. Yeah.
Or not Chinese person, Japanese person.
You can't say the word China.
Cancel me for that.
You can't say the word Chinaman, man.
Chinaman?
Do you remember? I know. I'm fucking with you. Don't you remember Big Lebowski?
Oh yeah.
He's like, it's not cool. God. That's not cool, dude. You can't refer to them as Chinaman.
That was one of the best fucking stoner movies ever. That's all I did when I was a teenager was watch fucking stoner movies.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stoner movie?
That's hard, man. There's different moods for different things, Like one of those ones I came back to and that I watched a shit ton was Pineapple Express.
I didn't watch a lot of that. I watched that movie like 4 times.
Superbad too. Superbad is
I
just
watched that
the
movie
one,
once
bro.
ever.
Nah, man. Superbad. I can literally quote I think every single line from that movie. Like I could go through that entire movie by
That's
memory.
me with How High.
Yeah.
Where Method Man and Redman. Yeah, that's
a good one, but I've only seen it once.
Oh
I'd like to watch it again.
Bro, it's hilarious. How High 2 is a fucking disgrace. Fuck Lil Yachty. No, dude, you have no fucking business being anywhere near that shit.
Damn.
Redman and Method Man had nothing to do with it.
He said, "Stay in your lane."
Yeah, fuck you, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't do that. You can't fucking make How High 2 without Method and
Well, this is my thing.
Redman.
Did Method Man and Redman own it, or was it owned by like Warner Brothers or like
I don't
Universal
care,
or some
man.
shit? I understand it's disrespectful, but it's like because they own the rights to it. That's why it's
Unless
important to own the rights
came
to your
out and
shit.
said that they are okay with that and they like it, I'm pissed off about it because that is like the only person that they have from the original movie was Mike Epps.
Damn.
And that's who they see when they fucking spoiler alert for some reason. That's who they see when they fucking smoke the plant.
Okay.
Is fucking baby
the
powder.
friend, yeah.
And then they got it. Oh, it's just poorly done. The original one is just so much better. It's funnier.
Grandma's Boy is good too.
Grandma's Boy was my shit too. I watched that movie 1,000 times.
I mean, I won't.
You never throw a bong, kid. Ever. Fucking dude. I can't believe you came on my mom.
Yeah, that was fucking.
That was some funny shit. He's jerking off to a fucking action figure.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
That was awesome. The fuck.
Oh man.
That was like late 90s, early 2000s. Buddy Stoner flicks are the shit. Dude.
Yeah, they had some good stuff.
I'm never gonna get
they
sick
had some
of
not
watching
so good
those.
stuff. You know, like Half Baked. Half Baked
Half
had
Baked
funny
was
things.
alright.
It had funny things. I mean, it was a terribly done movie, but it was still funny because it was just
It
ridiculous.
was funny because it was so fucking bad.
That's
Dave Chappelle,
that's like the point.
Dave
yeah.
Chappelle is the only reason why you can watch it because he's so good. And like it's so goofy when they're talking about how the killer, the dog died. Like, oh my god, bro. That's my whole teenage years. 'Cause my brother was born in the 80s. He was born in 1980, and he fucking like gave me all the 90s shit when I was like 12.
Yeah, I get that.
So like, I was playing Sega, like basketball on a Sega.
Yeah, there's this place at the flea market. If you've never been, we gotta go. The Oldsmar Flea Market. Ever been there?
No.
Bro, it's the best flea market I've ever been to by far. The people who know. Like, there's a video game store that's been there, a Nintendo store that's been there in this fucking stall for like over 20 years. And they have original Sega Genesis and like Dreamcast for sale.
That reminds me
And
of a
shit
store
tons
in
of
my
old fucking
hometown.
N64 cartridges and shit like
Hocus
that.
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. No, like okay, so like you could go in there like buy costumes and shit and like magic tricks and props and like fake vampire teeth and like a bunch of cool shit, right? It's like an effect shop.
Yeah.
But like in one portion of it, you had like video games and old school shit. Like you could buy the Nintendo Power Glove, bro.
Oh, what?
Like yeah, dude. Like he had
That's
one
lit.
of those on display. He had a couple of Xbox 360 games and PlayStation 2 games at the time, but like not really because like it was all old school shit. So I
Yeah.
bought my first SNES there. I bought my Nintendo 64 there.
Do you still have it either of those?
No.
God damn.
The fuck no.
That'd be
But
awesome.
fucking yeah, dude. I've traded in like 25 PlayStation 2 games. Like he was cool as fuck. I was like 9 or 10 years old. I went there with my shit and like I traded in like all my games for Super Nintendo
That's
and
cool.
Mario and Super Mario World. So like I was the shit, dude. I felt so cool for that.
I
My mom was
gotta-
like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was like, "What? I'm gonna play the shit out of this." She's like, "All right, whatever. It's your fucking games, but don't fucking complain to me that you don't have all those games." And I didn't because I fucking didn't give a fuck about those games.
Yeah.
It was like it was games from when I was younger. You know, like what was it like? Was it Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank is a good game, but once you
Yeah,
beat it,
once
you've done it.
You know, all the games that I beat is like not like nowadays.
That's how
when games
PS2
have
is.
like fucking
Well, we have multiplayer.
like Midnight Club 2.
I remember Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition was my favorite racing game ever.
Midnight Club 2, I remember.
I've never played that.
You could drive motorcycles in it.
I never cared for Need for Speed. Just didn't. Just
I like
wasn't
Forza.
my thing. Also,
Forza
hold
is
on.
my favorite driver.
We can't talk about racing without talking about Simpsons Hit and Run.
No, we cannot.
Dude, that might be the
Wait.
best, most fun game.
Did
where-
you play Road Rage too?
I think I did, but I played that on arcade.
I didn't like
games.
it.
No. Hit and Run was the one.
Yeah, no,
That
dude.
was the
I grew up
absolute
playing
best
Simpsons Hit
fucking-
and Run because it gave all the kids that like weren't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto or whatever
The
like
same
something to
thing.
play. It's the same.
And it was
fucking
fun.
thing.
It was so
It was great.
fun.
It was one of the greatest video games ever, and it was about a fucking TV show.
I wish they'd remake
And-
it. Well, also
Oh,
a 3D model of
I
Springfield.
think they are gonna like remaster it. I
They-
think I read something.
That's awesome. And I hope they do. But it's like a 3D model of Springfield. You know what I mean?
It's the shit, and then you
there's
can,
no other
like,
way they
It
don't
brought
have that.
a whole different life to the show.
It made me
'Cause
appreciate the show
you
more than
could
anything
play,
else.
like-
yeah.
like
You play all the different characters, all
but
their
the
different
different-
vehicles.
The different areas.
Oh my god, yeah,
Like,
they had
what-
everything from like
so,
every episode that
like,
they had
now,
so far.
And now that you see the Simpsons wave, it gives me flashbacks to like how they did shit in the game because like it was a pretty game. It was a beautifully lit and colored game. Like if you remember, like
no, it was
the
vivid.
skies, the skies,
They had sunsets and
gray.
stuff,
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
like-
it was like weirdly pretty for the game that it was. And I don't know, man. I think it might just because it was our childhood, but
Yes, but I'm not putting quite that much
No,
romantic.
me
I'm
neither.
trying not to put any romanticism on it. I just remember it being so much fun and it actually being expansive for what it was. You know what I mean? That game was probably only like 3 gigabytes or some shit. Nowadays they make like some games like Warzone like 200 something gigabytes,
yeah, it pisses me
which
off.
is ridiculous. Like I actually bought a 2 terabyte external hard drive because like it's necessary because the way
Yeah.
games are now. It's like, oh, what, you want to have 5 good games on your shit? It's like, it's ridiculous. Now I can actually like keep the shit I download and like play it at any time. I feel like
Yeah.
that half the time is why I don't play shit on
I have games
PlayStation.
on disc.
Disc is good, but don't you still have to download stuff?
Yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous.
Well, you install it from the disc instead of it
Instead
coming
of from the internet. But
But
it's like you still have to install it. It's like, can I just run it off the disc? I know it'll be slower, but fuck.
there's too much information. There's too much.
There's
to
a lot
process.
of shit. Yeah, I get it.
That's
But
why I like PC for gaming. Best out of everything because you run the fucking game. You install it on your thing is over with.
you just run it online or
You
offline.
run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and you don't have to have a disc or anything. You don't be signed in to anything. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's why I love Steam.
Steam is like
Like
like Mountain Blade is one of my favorite games I've ever played on that.
Gmod, man. I used to be a Gmod dude.
Yeah.
Gary's mod, man. They like okay, so like it ran on the Half-Life 2 engine. I don't know. You remember Gary's mod?
No,
Okay, so you remember Half-Life 2?
I never played it. I
But
heard it was
have you-
fantastic.
Have you
but-
seen it?
Yes.
Okay, so like that engine, Source engine, it fucking is on the computer. You can make shit in it. So fucking people started making all these different Half-Life 2 mods and shit.
It's sort of like Doom. That's
Yeah.
what they did with Doom originally. is
And
they
like
made
Call
it
of Duty
moddable.
Zombies, how they like make a bunch of different maps, like custom maps, and like Amnesia, how they make like custom Amnesia stories and shit
Okay.
for the Dark Descent and shit like that. But like fucking, so you're able to make these different things in the Source mod. I don't know how, but you are in the Source fucking engine. And the Half-Life 2 fucking mods are the shit. Half-Life 2 Episode 2 mods are the shit. There's all these horror games and like stories and different shit you can do, man. It's fucking great. And one of them is well, not one of them. I think the one is Gary's mod, like where you edit a lot of shit. Like you know those like Team Fortress 2,
Yes.
like that's the Source engine too. So fucking that's the same engine. So fucking how they have like the
Is it Unreal Engine or something?
no,
Okay.
it's Source.
Source is the engine. The name of the engine. Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So fucking Steam is run by Source, I think.
Okay.
But fucking, it's been so long. Back when I was literate in this shit, it was like 2014. So like,
Yeah.
but Gary's mod was the shit, dude. You could do so much shit in Gary's mod.
I need to get my computer repaired. I have like a drive issue, so I haven't used it for like over a year.
Wow.
Because the guy, I took it to a computer repair guy, and then like 2 weeks later, I had heard from him. I'm like, dude, what the fuck's happening with my PC? He's like, oh, like I can't get a drive. I'm like, it'd been nice if you told me that 2 weeks ago instead of it just sitting over
Exactly.
there. And now it's been sitting collecting dust at my place. And he did not give me back my power cord. He's like, you didn't give one with me. I'm like, yeah, I did, bro. And he's like, no. So I was like, all right, I'll go buy another one then.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool at all.
Yeah, I was pretty frustrated with that whole experience.
Somebody broke one of my father's amplifiers when it was on the way to the house, dude. He fucking,
No.
like the tubes were broken inside.
No.
He had to take it to a fucking shop and get it repaired. Yeah, he bought this really awesome fucking amplifier. It had like snake skin on it. Like it was dope.
That's cool.
And when it got here, there was like glass rattling around inside, and it was the fucking tubes to the amplifier in the crate.
That's so frustrating.
And he's like, "What the fuck is like? Fuck you." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so he got it fixed, and it sounds amazing.
I
Like,
believe it, man.
fucking-
Tube amps, that's the best.
Oh yeah, Marshalls, man,
Marshall has always been like the
never-
brand that I'm like, that's the one.
or a Vox.
There's
Vox
a lot of
makes-
good ones. I
Vox
mean,
makes
like,
beautiful amps. I had a little.
what do you think
crate.
about Orange?
I've never played through an Orange.
Gotcha. I always knew they were
It's
super expensive.
rather-
Mesa Boogies are good too.
It's rather new to me.
Mesa Boogies are pretty damn good. You ever use a Mesa Boogie?
No,
Dude, those are tight. I had a Mesa Boogie bass amp. Those things were awesome. Those things are awesome.
Right on.
Yeah. Although Marshalls are just, there's something about it, man.
Oh, they're great. I like Crate. Crate is really good.
My brother actually had a Crate and a Vox. He doesn't have a
That
Marshall,
was
but
my
he had a
fir-
Crate.
When my dad got me my amp and guitar, he got me like a Stadium Tree of Life and a fucking little Crate box. And I sat on it while I played.
That's dope.
Yeah, dude, it was the shit.
I believe it, man. That's sick. I need to get back into guitar. It's been so long since I played,
Dude, you should.
and I played for like 5 years too.
You should.
I know. I need to take it down. I need to get a stand and just put it in my room so when I want to play, I can do it. What's nice about that little Ion
What do
speaker?
you have?
I have a Schecter FR Omen. And then I also have a Taylor acoustic that I got for my bar mitzvah for my dad. And
All right.
Wait, is it Taylor? No, it's either a Taylor or a Marlin. I forget, but it's beautiful. And it's weird because I played that guitar a lot.
Yeah.
And I never had to tune it. It's always been in tune no matter what. And I was playing like with the fingers and everything. Like, dude, I don't know what it is, but that shit just stays. It has a good tone too. Like, I'll bring it out sometime. We should jam sometime. But
yeah, man, you can bring that out whenever.
yeah, for real. But one thing I like about that that little speaker is it has an amp plug, so I could play out of it. It's not like the best quality or anything.
I should have brought my guitar today, man.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
For real. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. We kind of want to do like a musical section.
We're gonna.
Yes. And if you know anyone that should be featured or if you want to play, let me know. What was that? Jared Barefoot. That would be fun.
Which was an excellent podcast. I really enjoyed having him on, man. That was dope.
That was a lot of fun. That was a good time.
So, are you on the hype train for Battlefield 2042?
Yes.
Still?
Yes. Although this is why I'm in a good place with video games right now. I'm telling you, bro, Doom 2016 is the most fun game I played in about 5 years. It is so satisfying playing multiplayer on that, especially like I've been playing with like Will and like playing with people, especially on your team. It's an unbeatable feeling.
Is it cross-platform?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's 2016.
Because I'd like to play with y'all.
Yeah, you have a Xbox, right?
Xbox One.
Wait, is that? Yeah, like I have a PlayStation 4. Is Xbox One the one that's on the same like tier as that? Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
those
so
are
the same generation.
There are some games that are cross-gen for that.
Okay, I don't know if it is, but
because all the Call of Duties are.
So that's awesome. And then with Battlefield, I'm so excited for fucking Battlefield because
Dude,
that's
fuck out of Battlefield.
that's a complex game. That's how I describe Battlefields. Like that takes a lot of practice. There's a lot of variables, and there is a lot of position. There's a lot of shit to think about. Whereas like Doom is like there's not even a reload button in Doom. You just continue to shoot till you have no ammo. It's just jumping. It's moving around the map and shooting, getting behind people, positioning. It's the most simple kind of point and shoot game.
I love
that makes it excellent.
Call of Duty 2019 because it's a lot like Battlefield and the milsim realism aspect of everything. Like it is really good.
I love the milsim aspect, but sometimes I've been getting sick of those games, and that's why I've been enjoying Doom is because it's a refresher. That's still a first-person shooter. That's incredibly satisfying. That's just totally different.
Cold War is fun for arcadey shit. It has all the like fun little different game modes, like one in the chamber and sticks and stones.
There are really good game modes, and that's what makes Doom awesome too. Is the game modes? Every single one of them is sick.
So like, remember Black Ops 2?
Yes.
It was like one of the greatest things ever, right?
Black Ops 2 was pretty fucking good.
Okay, so like
that was the last one I played.
Cold War is at least on the same.
I've played some of it because Will has it, and I played it with him, and I've seen them. He plays League play.
Dude, I put that in Black Ops 2 tier.
Yeah.
Games, yeah, dude. Like, I'm so happy that they did this.
They did a good one.
Oh, dude, and like I feel like they're making up for Black Ops 4 being an utter fucking inexcusable piece of shit.
This is what Call of Duty has been every other year or every 3 years. Every couple of years, they release just the shittiest game, like the shittiest waste of money game. They do it because they
did that for 2 years in a row, in my opinion.
Which ones?
The one that came before Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was
Was it Ghosts or something that came before?
No, that came right after Black Ops 2.
Warfare? I know there's so many that I don't even know them.
Exactly. Like, see, I didn't play after Black Ops 3. I stopped playing.
Black Ops 2 was my last one because I was like, they keep making the same game, and I'm sick of paying them to like have to learn new shit, and especially when they get it really right and one just feels really good, and then they make another one that's so shitty that everyone plays. It's fucking frustrating, bro.
They heard the call of that, though. They heard that. They heard that from us, and that's why Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah.
Every DLC was free.
They should be
every DLC was free.
99% of the time they don't include enough maps anyway.
Cold War, every DLC is free too. All the guns are free that like come out after. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay anything extra. Like,
you shouldn't have to though. To me, I'm like, that doesn't make it a good game. That means that they're making up a little bit, but it just pisses me off that microtransactions are such like a big thing.
But it's not. There's no microtransactions.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that people shouldn't be getting congratulated for not having them. It's just something that people shouldn't have unless it's just like a skin.
Well, it hasn't had it in 3 years.
Well, that's nice. But with Battlefield 2042, I'm very excited. I know it's going to be lit. Like, the thing is, I know there's hype behind it, so people are actually going to play this game, but I'm not going to get excited about playing it for the first week or two. Just because, no, dude, don't. Because they notoriously have shitty launches, these Battlefield games. Because there's so many, but like, no, like unplayable. Like, you'll be trying to get into a game and you won't, or you'll get in and it'll finally be super laggy and it'll kick you out and you'll be doing that for 2 hours. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like Battlefield 4 had the most disastrous rollout. It was unplayable for about a year. for a whole year.
Really?
Dude, like, yeah, like it was just a shit game. So when I played it, it was like 3 years after release or 2 years or some shit like that. So
I'm never really thrilled playing it, man.
You never really liked Battlefield 4?
Well, I just play it, but there's just something about it. It's clunky. It's really clunky to me.
I don't find it clunky. I just think, one, are you playing with squads that are communicating with you and like friends and shit? Because that is necessary. That's what made Battlefield 4 fun, is whenever you had a squad of 5.
No, I don't have any squads.
Dude, when you had a squad of 5 people and like you were all getting in like a couple vehicles, or you were
like
taking
they
the helicopter.
autofill squads
like,
in Battlefield 5, and like we can communicate with like.
No, that's the same thing as that's same with Battlefield 4, but a lot of times people don't, because it's like you have to focus on it. For a
but they
second.
do
It takes
that
away
in
focus.
Battlefield 5. So in Battlefield, like the whole World War II battle type is easier to navigate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, in games for me at least. Like I don't like modernist warfare almost, because like it's like.
It's too easy with automatic weapons
Yeah,
sometimes.
like,
It's like there's no difference. There's like 30 guns and they all feel the same except for maybe 2.
I love Battlefield 1.
Battlefield, I agree.
I
I wholeheartedly agree.
The single shot weapons in Battlefield 1, like
The Cell Blaster 1916.
Pow.
Ooh. No, bro, it was it's more satisfying too, because it's like you placed your shots, you led, because Battlefield you actually have to lead your fucking people.
Yeah, you
it's
have
like,
to.
Dude, taking someone out from like 500 yards with like a
is
rifle is
so
a fucking.
satisfying.
It really is.
And then like Battlefield 5, I mean, it's so fucking good, dude.
5 I didn't like as much as 1, but my thing is 1 is kind of dead now.
1 is dead.
And that's sad, because 1 was actually, that was one of the games that I was super excited for, because no one gives homage to World War 1, but whenever they actually did, like, and I played it and it was so much fun. And I played the beta, it was incredible. Like, I think they did a really good job with that game, honestly. Except for they didn't have any maps. They had like 6 maps when they first debuted.
And
I'm
they
like,
still don't have a lot of maps, even with all the DLCs.
Yeah, it's like 12 maps now. And I'm like, what the fuck
but
is
Battlefield
wrong with
5 has a ton of maps.
That's my thing, is like, do you remember back when games like
Iwo
Doom and
Jima,
Halo
such a
Combat
good
Evolved
map.
had like 27 maps?
I didn't play Halo as a kid, dude.
Oh, man. Halo was the fucking game, man. It revolutionized gaming for a whole generation.
I was playing the skateboard games, and I was playing like, so when I would have been doing that, I was learning how to like mix and master and produce and shit.
Yeah.
So
fair
like
enough.
there was a big period of time where I stopped playing video games like altogether, and I was working on music.
That
entirely.
happens from time to time. Like, I kind of didn't play over the last couple of years until like this last like probably like 8 months to a year. No, probably like this last 6 months I've been playing fucking video games.
So like from 2014 to like 2019, I didn't really play anything.
I get that, man. Sometimes you just get away from it and you're like, why?
I had to relearn how to play. Dude, I was pissing myself off because I was like on teams and shit, Black Ops 2, right? So like I fucking was like playing Black Ops like 3 and 4, being like, oh my god, well, I understand 4 because it's a piece of shit, but fucking got like when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, I was still like relearning shooters. I was like, god fucking damn it, pissing me off real bad because I'm better than that.
You know who's gotten really fucking good at video games? Steph.
Really? That's
Yeah, man.
fucking cool.
Like, she's able to play like Borderlands. Like, that's the game that we play sometimes, because one thing I love that Borderlands actually does is, I don't know if I can hear myself in the left. No, never mind. I can. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
There you go.
That's good.
Right.
But Borderlands, it actually lets you play split screen and with people online. So like, we'll play with Chuck or some shit, you know. And
that's dope.
It is. So it's like we can play on the same screen and play with people online. Like, that's not a hard thing to pull off. But video games don't want you to do that. They want you to buy another console, pay for another account, and play on a different TV.
Screen?
Split screen online.
Yeah.
So like 2 people could play online in a team.
Yeah, zombies too.
Okay.
Oh, you can do couch style zombies again.
Damn, bro. Okay, that makes me like rethink fucking that whole thing.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to tell you, dude, it's like to what you like. You can change your FOV, like you can do a lot of really cool shit that you like. Treyarch gives a fuck again, kind of.
Yeah, because one of the
they
best,
give you a game that is like easily manipulatable to make it how you want it.
one of the best games I played recently was not recently, sorry. One of the best Call of Duties I ever played was World at War.
World at War was one of the best
World
Call
at War
of Duties
was
ever.
maybe my favorite one.
So with Vanguard, I feel like they're remaking Finest Hour.
The Finest Hour was
very first
I never
one.
played the no I played Finest Hour and it was amazing. The campaign was difficult too.
Very
I remember
difficult.
like it actually
I couldn't get
skill.
past the tank. I never got past the tank fucking factory when I was a little kid.
The tank. No, I remember when I was a little kid I didn't, but I went back and I eventually did.
I wasn't
But yeah,
able to go
That was one
back.
with the Russians, right?
Yeah.
Like and you were
You're
on
the
the Russian
sniper.
team and you're the sniper. You go from
So
window
you know
to window.
the girl?
Yeah.
You play as her in the new one. Okay, so Call of Duty Vanguard has been announced, and you play in World War II. You fight on every front. Okay, so
I've been reading things. I've been thinking
So-
about not buying Cold War and seeing how that is and maybe getting that one.
dude, Cold War's worth it. Big
I
time.
believe it, but I want to wait till it goes on sale at least. I don't feel like paying $60 for it. Because
Alright.
you know what I'm saying? It's like if it's
I
30, 40
pre-ordered
bucks,
it.
like I'll hit it.
I
but
fucking pre-ordered it. I knew.
I don't
I
do-
just felt it. I knew it was gonna be awesome.
I do not support the pre-order system in the video game industry because sometimes you pre-order it and the game's not done, and it seems unfair to like.
But it's all free.
What's all free?
The DLCs, even if it's not done, Call of Duty has free DLCs anyway, and they're good.
I mean, that's nice, but sometimes it feels like the game itself hasn't been tested. Like I don't know about recently.
Oh, it
'cause
was
as I
tested
said,
for sure. I played the beta. The beta felt great.
I don't know. Like they've had some shitty launches. I'll
They
put
have.
it that way.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4
Yeah,
was a piece of shit. I'm not even like I love Call of Duty,
but
it was
it's a
terrible.
piece of shit.
Oh my god, it was terrible. It was horrible. It was fucking horrible. League, I don't know how those guys. I don't know how CDL did it. I don't because they played a season with that game, and I'm like
With CDL.
Call of Duty League.
Oh, is that like the official
Yeah.
thing? Gotcha.
Yeah, CDL, like the CDL championship, like
Okay,
fucking
should people get paid for and stuff?
Yeah,
Be sponsored. Yeah,
MLG.
Yeah. Okay.
Like fucking
Man, see, MLG, that's how I know that I'm dated, because MLG is what I recognize, which I don't even think is a thing, the Major League Gaming. I remember
Yeah,
I
it
had
is.
it is still?
yeah.
Because, okay.
CDL.
I
MLG.
wonder if I could get access to my old account. 'Cause
MLG.com.
I used to play fucking Halo 3 and Halo Reach MLG, and it was fucking lit. Like, MLG actually was so much fun because it was with people who really cared. Because I remember setting up an account and trying to set up games and shit. It wasn't exactly like the easiest thing to do.
Dude, Twitch.
What's up? I don't even know shit about Twitch. I gotta be honest.
Really?
I don't know shit about Twitch.
It's
I don't
just-
I don't like
okay.
watching people play video games
I do.
unless I'm on the couch with them and I have to really be into their play style, which I know.
I love watching other people play video games. And I love playing video games while other people watch. At Lilac Plays Live.
I don't I don't mind people watching me play video games, but generally I don't like watching people because I'm just like, they're not doing it the way I would, and I find it frustrating because I'm a completionist when it comes to Fallout or something. If I watch someone play Fallout, I'm like, no, this is here. Like, pick up all these things. And I'm
Yeah.
not trying to control their shit, but I'm like, I'm gonna get anxiety watching you not pick up shit that I know is there.
So, what do you think of 76?
Oh, dude, I just got it, and I'm playing with Will. So we have an account. We're only playing it together. So we have like very similar like quest lines and shit like that, and it is awesome,
You like it?
bro. He told me.
I just started playing it too.
He told me he had a
Like-
disastrous launch. Is that cross-platform?
I don't know, but I hope so. But
Yeah.
fucking, that'd be fun. But fucking, it did have a disastrous launch, and I didn't play it till just recently, and I think that's why I love it so fucking
Dude,
much.
I
Plus, you know,
have had no bad experience. Like
I didn't
Battlefield
like 4. I didn't like Fallout 4.
Neither did Will. Like Will hated Fallout 4. I liked it, but he was like the environment wasn't right. He was like,
Yeah,
which
it's
I,
weird.
I agree with. I think the best ambiance from any Fallout game was Fallout 3 because it felt
Oh, for
dirty.
sure.
There were super mutants. It was crazy, and it felt like dark and twisted and dirty. You know
It
what I
felt
mean?
like you were playing an alternate universe.
You were really
Skyrim.
playing for
It
survival.
feels
That's
like
what it felt
This
for.
one now also to me feels like I'm playing Skyrim in an alternate universe.
It does because you still have trees and shit
Yeah.
like that. You know, Appalachia is still populated by.
It's fucking dope, dude. I'm fucking really into 76 right now.
Yeah, man.
But when it came out, everybody was like, "Dude, that game's a piece of shit. Fuck that piece of shit game." And
well, also
it was buggy as hell.
not only that, but like for instance, there was no life in it. Like all those humans that you meet were all robots. You didn't meet any humans, like any
Wow.
human NPCs.
Right after you leave the vault, you meet 2 people.
That wasn't like he was saying most of the shit in general. He was saying like there were a couple people, but like there was just like robots in place. Like he was
Well,
like
I'm glad I
everything.
just started.
He's like everything you got. That's what I'm saying. That was like me with Battlefield 4. I never got the shitty part. I
That's
only
me
got
with
the great
Battlefield
part.
5. I
Yeah.
didn't start in 2018. I started in 2020.
And that's why I say wait on Battlefield 24 too. Still buy it, but just don't expect great things for at least like a month or two. And that's being optimistic. Maybe 6 months.
For me, like, I don't know. I want to jump right on it because I'm twitching. So
Yeah.
like,
No, I mean
so,
I
like,
get it.
I want to be like one of the first people to actually play it live. You know what I mean?
You
So,
want to
like,
be playing it in the first hours.
That's
yeah.
kind of like the formula that I'm going for is like, well, there's gonna be a bunch of people playing it, but like try to time it. Go live right immediately, so you're one of the
So
first
people who
things that pops
can't
up.
have it, yeah, you got it.
Or some certain games that are really obscure that have a big following and nobody's streaming. Stream those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Omno.
Omno?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, never heard.
Right.
What kind of game is that?
It's like a story-driven puzzle game.
Those are my favorite. Though I've been very into those recently. Like that's the shit that means stuff. Like to play like It Takes Two is one of the funnest games I've ever played.
Have you played the Unravel?
Yes.
What, the
I have Unravel
2?
too.
Yeah.
Like she didn't really like that one as much. I gotta say, because that's like that's a platformer side scroller. You know, it's sideways. Like it's everything's a 2D kind of angle.
Gang Beasts or Gang Beats or whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't know.
The fucking one where you're the blue guy and the red guy and you're beating the shit out of each other in different maps.
Huh. I'll have to check that out.
It's fucking cool.
Dude, check out It Takes Two. It'll pair you with someone online. You can only play it in a split screen or online with another person. But you're like a couple that's going through a divorce basically, and they get shrunken into miniatures because their kids' tears. It's really weird. But they go through all these trippy levels, everything from a jukebox. There's like a music level, and you're in a jukebox like fixing it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And there's all sorts of puzzles, and every chapter has a different dynamic. Like you get a different piece of equipment that has a whole different dynamic, and each person's does something independently that helps each other. You know, so it's a very cooperative game, and it's really well done, and it's nice, and it's really top notch.
Right on.
It was made by the guys who did A Way Out, which was a two people escaping prison. It was another co-op game where two people like they meet in prison as they're trying to escape. You know,
I find it so hard to find games to play because like I find myself. Here's what I find myself doing: downloading a game, playing like 10 minutes of it, being like, "Oh my god, this is a piece of shit." And
that happens.
Installing it. Like there's so much of that. Like Outriders.
I've heard of it.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't fucking like it. Like it's just bad. Not bad. It's not poorly made.
it's not your.
It's another fucking cover to cover Gears of War style fucking shooter with upgrades and shit. Like you know what I mean?
Gears of War was awesome.
Yeah, but that's Gears of War is awesome.
Yeah, I get
Not
that.
you know
Not this.
like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
when it's a third person fucking side view fucking third person cover to cover shooter.
Yeah.
So like it's just
Sometimes you get sick of it. That's why I got sick of the Milsim FPSs. You know what I mean? Because I was like, they're just trying so hard. And it's like these extra features they put in. I don't need 9 red dots to choose from. Stop giving me 9 red dots, 17. Like stop giving me like 50 optics to choose from. It's too much sometimes, man.
Well, it's
like, and sometimes it's unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, I think who did that best was like, I think it was Black Ops or Black Ops 2 where you have like a smiley face reticle with whatever color you want.
the reticles are the shit in Cold War, dude.
No.
You can have any type of reticle, like a lightning bolt or like a pyramid with an eye, or like a fucking like a nuclear symbol, or there's a whole bunch, dude. There's so.
Don't put it that way.
much.
Like that's like a little like thing that I find cool, but like even Battlefield would do this. They have like 4 types of holographic sights, and I'm like, they all have the same magnification. They just have a little bit different reticle. I'm like, that's good for some people, but sometimes
it's a
I
different
don't.
shape, fucking piece of equipment on top of it.
It looks different to you when you're playing it. You know what I mean?
Some of them I like better than others, though. I can't play with any of them. Like I can't.
No, that's
play
true.
With, you know,
everyone has their
like,
preferences. That's
what I
true.
mean?
And
So I mean, I like that. That makes everybody's playstyle different. That makes everybody's gun look different. That makes like everybody really like unique in the way they play. So if they like one red dot sight because of like so certain red dot sights like get in the way. Some of them don't. For me. In Call of Duty, like some of the hollow sights get in the way with how they're built. Some of them don't. You know what I mean? Some of them are skinnier, some of them are bulkier, and like some people like the bulkier because they like just looking down the aperture. And some people like it skinnier because they like to have a periphery. And like you know what I mean? So like I feel like that makes individual play style really like diverse.
I don't know. I'd have to really think about that because I've seen different optics, different things, and I don't know if that really like the magnification changes the play style more than the reticle is what I'd say. You know what I mean? People who are sticking with a 3.4 or a 4 times zoom are going to try to be staying like 100 yards away from their target for the most part. I mean, you can still get people up close. Don't get me wrong. But like
iron sights.
Irons are a good move, especially if you have limited attachments or something like that.
I fucking hate the fact that there's red dot sights available for the STG-44 in Battlefield 5. Like,
what?
Fuck that. Yeah, dude.
Well, hold on. Was it if it's a glass aperture sight? They had those.
It's
you know
a little, but there's a light.
Is it illuminated?
Yeah.
The reticle's illuminated.
It's yellow.
That's frustrating.
It's weird. I mean, I don't know if
it takes you out of it.
If you could say if it's like etched in or not, but like it looks old timey.
It's probably etched in because they had etched reticles with like a glass prism, without the lights and the mirror, like
some of the sights are weird.
Yeah,
like you can screw a fucking big long scope on the side of an M1 Garand.
Well, they did have those.
Yeah, but not so many different varieties.
Oh no, they had like one scope that it came with. It's like
exactly.
you want a scoped M1 Garand, you have the one scope that comes with it.
Yeah.
That's how they did it,
Yo, the fucking LMGs are nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the MG34. It just chops you down.
Yeah, that was the MG42 precursor.
Yeah, but I haven't unlocked the MG42 yet. But the what's the big one from the big box looking one that from America?
Oh, are you talking about the? You're talking about the Browning?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Browning 1919.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That fucking thing is another one that just annihilates in that game.
That's always been a great gun in all the Call of Duties. They've always given
That's
like,
Battlefield
deference
5.
to that. What's up?
That's Battlefield 5 I'm talking about.
Oh, Battlefield 5. Okay.
Yeah.
But even Call of Duties or like any of those World War II games, everyone's like the Browning. That's the shit right there.
Yeah.
You pick it up akimbo. You know, it's like.
See, that's what I like about Battlefield 5 is that you can't fire goddamn LMGs like hip fire or like, well, you can fire it, but you can't aim down the sights.
You can't aim down the sights like at all.
Well, unless you're mounted.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right,
So, like,
yeah.
you cannot aim down the sights. But
If you're running around, you can't aim down the sights. No. You can like pull it up, and you'll have like it pulled up.
yeah,
but,
but
like-
it's still hip fire in a sense.
Yeah,
Okay. That's pretty cool.
I like that realism aspect. But fuck that, because it's like they don't have hardcore mode.
Is Battlefield 5 cross-platform?
Yeah.
I'll download it because now I got the fucking hard drive,
believe
so I
so.
don't have to worry about shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I already
yeah.
owned it, so like, because I played it before
Yeah.
and I liked it. But my thing about certain like, you need to find people to play with, man. Like that's
Yeah,
what
dude,
it
and
comes
I
down to.
don't
That's what makes
have
video
anyone
games
to play
fun.
with.
This is one thing I liked about Doom lobbies too. You could just meet people like at least 50 or 60% of the people have a mic, which is a lot more than a lot of other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I find it really rare that I find people with mics on Battlefield 5.
You find it weird if you find someone with it.
Rare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like people just don't really care, and it's like this is a cohesive team thing. And if we're not like Battlefield, as an
Tactical
example.
shooters.
Well, my thing is even more so than Call of Duty, Battlefield is always one of those things. You could be the best squad and have one awesome squad on team, but if the other team's just working together, like even a little bit, they're gonna beat you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
it's frustrating to play some of those like crazy milsim games like Battlefield and know that you're losing, getting your ass kicked on the scoreboard, even though you're doing well, but you're just you're getting crushed because your team isn't
Just
supporting you.
idiotic.
Yeah, it's like they're just running out there in the
yeah.
same way every single time and just getting killed over and over. You know, it's like
Mhm.
it's shit like that. You know.
Fucking drives me insane.
I agree, but if Doom is on sale, because I mean, I don't know how the store works.
Well,
on,
so I have there. Okay, so I have EA Play and the Game Pass. So the Game Pass has hundreds of games, and the EA Play has a ton of games, and all the Dooms are on there.
by the way,
every
Doom,
Doom ever.
Doom Eternal is not as good as Doom.
I like it a lot.
You played Doom Eternal?
I don't fucking like the multiplayer.
That's what I'm saying. Is that the one? It's demons versus.
Yeah, and
dude,
you're
no.
like,
See, I hated that. I
fuck
hated
that.
it. I played one game. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is not what I want to play. That's why Doom
Garbage.
20. Dude, Doom 2016. That's like the original Doom where there's armor pickups. It's a Space Marine on Space Marine. That's what it is. And then if you want to be a demon, there's a demon rune that spawns for like an invisibility or something, and then you can pick it up and you get your pre-selected demon. You know,
Okay.
and that's a fair way to do it.
I like that.
And then they'll drop the rune, and whoever like kills him can go and pick it up, and it'll like last for a certain amount of minutes. You know,
right.
so like.
I like Metroid.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Bro, fucking
Doom
remember Metroid?
2016. I only played it on the DS. It was the first game I ever had for the Nintendo DS.
I played on the 64, bro, or not the 60, the GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah, remember the fucking GameCube, dude?
I love the GameCube. That's what I played Simpsons Hit and Run on. That's what I played.
I played it on PS2.
I always hated Mario Party, but except for Mario Party 5. Mario Party 5 had so much shit. They had a board game. They had a decathlon game. They had a fucking tile-based game where you surround people's tiles. They had fucking where you build your own cars and just shoot them with different missiles and like you'd build battle bots basically.
Oh, dope.
Dude, so it's like that. Yeah, there was so much stuff in that game, and then they had obviously the original Mario Party, and you could just play. They had so much stuff in it, and I was like, "This is fun."
Do you remember Twisted Metal?
Yes,
Those games were the fucking shit.
I used to play Jack. Like Jack 2 was my Grand Theft Auto. Jack and Dexter. That's what I played on PS2 actually. Jack and Dexter. It was the guy.
Why do I remember that name?
Because that guy had big elf ears and like blonde hair that was slicked back and a little weasel that was like talk like this.
I don't remember that.
I'll show you the cover.
Yeah, show me that shit because I
Yeah,
don't fucking remember.
but then
that.
they
I
came out with
remember-
Jack X Racing. They came all the way up to Jack 4, and he became he was like a bright-eyed young teen in the first one, and by like the second one, he's like a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
Like he's an evil motherfucker. He has like dark energy through him. You can transform into a beast and just start murking people. Like he has guns in the second one. Which the first one was just like Ratchet and Clank, like with no guns, like a really simple, like kind of childish platformer. And then the second one, like no, this is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, wow.
With the same characters. It was just absolutely wild.
What was that? Oh, that one game, Gun.
Oh yeah, dude. Cowboy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Gun. That was like right around the era of like. Okay, I remember that. I never played it.
Dude, if
Never
it's
played
cheap,
it.
because sometimes they have like, dude, if they have it for cheap on Xbox, I'd go for it.
Well, I gotta see if it's on the Game Pass because they have fucking Banjo-Kazooie and all that shit on the
Wow.
Game Pass. Like,
That's old school shit.
they got a lot of old school shit on Game Pass, man. That's why I fuck with Xbox, is because they give you so much shit for free if you pay like, dude, like
Well, it's not free if you pay.
$50 a month for like hundreds of games.
$50, bro.
$50 a year.
Yo, they have the same thing on PlayStation, but it's like $50 a year. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Which Will's been telling me I should do because he's been doing that recently.
Dude,
I'm like, that's a good idea,
a lot of
especially if you like
games,
first
man.
person. If you like first person, not
and,
first person
and
shooters, but
EA Play comes with it, and there's like 60 games on there. Like there's like the old skate games, the UFC games, the football games, the fucking Crackdown, like, or not Crackdown, Crisis. And also, what's it? Alice: The Madness Returns is on there. Black, the gun game. All the Battlefields, every Battlefield ever. Bad Company, like all that shit.
see, I never played the early Battlefields. People told me Bad Company was amazing. Battlefield 3 was incredible too.
Battlefield 3 is the greatest Battlefield.
That's
ever.
what everyone says.
It's like
that's what
Battlefield
everyone says.
4 is like
They tried to redo it, but it wasn't better.
poor imitation of Battlefield 3.
Dude, I've heard that from everybody, and I think I played Battlefield 3 one
Oh
time
my
when I
God,
was at like
so
my
much
friend's
superior.
house. Okay.
So far superior.
Why?
Like, because it plays better. It plays better.
Smoother? What is
way
it?
smoother, way more reactive to when you put people down. Like you don't. Like,
Interesting.
It's not. It's crazy, but like the graphics aren't as good.
Graphics aren't that big a deal to me. They really
Oh,
aren't.
dude, I just played campaign. Even the campaign is fucking amazing for Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 4 had a pretty good campaign.
Decent as compared to Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like the whole like D-Day Part 2 thing with storming that beach, but like I don't know, like that whole the moving through the building was like irritating,
Yeah.
and then like what was the other really irritating part that struck me as like odd? Oh, what was it?
Chinaman.
Oh, I don't know. The intro like took a long time.
It did. The intro was too long. I agree with that, and it was. I did not care for that. I agree
I
with
didn't
you.
like it.
I got you.
Like,
I feel that.
It just really made me feel like, okay, I'm doing this mission. I'm just sat in the middle of this mission. I was just in a car drowning. I'm sat in the middle of this mission, running through the desert. I don't know where I'm going or why I'm going this way or why I'm attacking this car. I don't know why I'm ordering my squad to attack. I don't know why. So
Although-
like, I want to know more shit before I'm like.
I think they
in
were trying to
there.
say Irish lives in 2042 or something.
You can. He's an operator in
That's dope.
2042.
That's sick.
Like, yeah. That's dope, dude. I can't fucking wait for 2042.
It's gonna.
I can't wait
think
for Vanguard, man. Vanguard's gonna be the
I'm definitely gonna
shit.
give Vanguard a chance.
Treyarch is heading the zombies mode, so you know it's gonna be real
Zombies isn't like, I know you say it's changed a lot, but when I left Zombies, I was sick of it because I was like, I just don't want to like do this for 2 hours and die. It doesn't feel satisfying.
Well,
But
you
you
can
said you can
exfil
complete it now, yeah. So it's like that's something I'd consider now because I was like, that's annoying. It's
I
like
used
I
to
don't want to
love
get to
it.
like 40, 50 waves and die, and then be like, oh, let's run it again. It's like, nah, bro. Like I just did
I
this for
loved
like.
it. I love doing that.
I liked it whenever it first came out on World at War, especially when it came
Black
out.
Ops 2 had awesome Easter eggs that you can end the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I played it on a couple, but Zombies. The more I played it on every game, the less I liked it. But the original Zombies, especially on Verrucht, that was the first DLC.
I
That
love
was the
one,
Asylum
bro.
one
I
where you
love
start
that
on
one.
different sides and then you meet.
The
That one was
Wunderwaffe.
sick. I liked all those. Shino Numa, which was the Japanese swamp. I really liked that one, and then I forget what the other one was.
I like Black Ops 1's zombies maps a lot.
Yeah,
Ascension, fucking.
I remember Ascension. That was one that was like on like a scaffolding or some
It
sort,
was
like a launch
on
platform or something.
Us,
Like a launch
a
platform.
CCCP, fucking. Yeah, it was on a launch platform, like an old
Oh, yeah.
Russian Soviet launch platform thing.
Got you.
That thing was dope.
Video games. What would you think your favorite console was?
My favorite console?
Yeah.
PC.
I don't know. That doesn't count as a console.
Fuck
That's a
you,
PC.
yes, it
It
does.
doesn't count as a console. It's PC.
It's
That's
the
why they always
God
say.
console.
That's why they always
the
say
master
PC.
console.
It's what consoles aspire to be, but they're not. Like, but
I
it's
think
not a console.
The best console ever. My
Okay.
favorite one.
Let me put it in
Or
two
my
ways.
best for-
What the best one, and then your favorite one, because I think those are two. Those could be two different things. Like the one that like,
Okay.
yeah,
So, my favorite one that I ever had was the PlayStation 2.
understandable.
That was my favorite.
That was my first real console that I bought.
Me too.
Fancy watch there.
But yeah, PlayStation 2, definitely, because oh my god, the games for PlayStation 2 are from another universe.
At the time, they
Like-
were all groundbreaking and shit really changed.
Holy shit! Like fucking, what was it? Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Those games was shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
I remember Spy Hunter. I remember a lot of them.
Tom Clancy's. So.
Oh my god, Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
War of the Monsters was one I really liked that I
That
actually
was
have on
excellent.
PS4. There's a lot of fucking good games out there. Like PS2 just had like it seemed like they had the rights to almost every game except for Nintendo shit.
Yeah.
They had
No.
every kind of game that was out there except for Nintendo.
Like-
shit. They had adult games like
And
Dead or
that's
Alive. They
another
had like
reason I didn't play Halo.
because you had so many games.
I had a PS2.
Two. Yeah, fair
I
enough.
didn't get an
I didn't-
Xbox until like 2012. or
I never.
2013.
Yeah, I was about to say I never had an Xbox. I had an Xbox 360 a year after it released. I saved up and I got a 360, and that was awesome because I was able to play like Halo 3, and Halo 3 was probably like the most fun, the most memories made while playing games was probably Halo 3, and it was just it was incredible and groundbreaking for the fucking time.
What was that for me? For my best memories playing a video game, maybe Hit and Run.
Dude, like, those were different
Because I played that
Yeah.
shit in the living room with all my friends at sleepovers and shit all the time, and like 007 GoldenEye, and like not the Call of Duty games, but like maybe Black Ops 2 is another one of those. Garry's Mod is another one of those. Half-Life 2 is another one of those.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of those. A lot of my greatest memories in life were spent playing video games, man, with friends and shit.
Oh hell yeah.
God damn, I played so many video games. It's hard to remember the names of them.
I understand
It's like I listen to so much music, I forget
what the
music
names
I
are
like.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Information overload.
What have you been listening to lately, music wise?
FKJ. Let's see what else. I've been listening to Ditto, which is sort of like Pogo but without all the gay slurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Let me think what else. Oh, Young Bay. I've been listening to Young Bay like a motherfucker.
I've been listening to like classics from like 2016.
Classics. Are they called a classic if they're from 2016
Oh, for sure.
already?
Oh yeah, that happens within a year, bro. In my
What?
opinion, yeah, for music, if you if it hit and it like if you felt it and it was like a feeling to a time, that's definitely a classic. Like Middle, DJ Snake, like fucking Roses from Chainsmokers. That's a mid 2010s classic. That's a mid 2010s classic.
To me, like when I
Like-
think of classics, when it comes to EDM, I think
That
a
whole
little
era
bit.
is
I think a little bit
over.
older. It
Era
is.
is-
You're right. There's a new sound now,
Like-
so I see why you could say that's indicative of the era and it
Yeah.
should be considered a classic. So that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But like when I think of classics with EDM, I think of people like Deadmau5,
Me too.
Pendulum.
Oh yeah, that's a
Pendulum.
that's a
You know what
straight
I mean?
up
Like
classic.
that's it. Like people don't understand.
There might
like,
be coffee.
I don't know. There might be coffee.
Oh, you gotta hear it.
Moby.
We'll listen to it in a minute or after this.
Yeah.
But fucking, there might be coffee. Strobe, 10-pound chicken wing, or 3-pound chicken wing. I forget which one it is, but they're all just dope. Avaridia. It's like, dude, he has a lot of shit that's like could be. Skrillex has classics too, man.
I agree.
Like fucking
Skrillex is definitely in that category.
And people don't realize how much shit Skrillex has made.
Yeah, he's a fucking musician.
He's a
man.
producer too.
Yeah.
Like he was the lead singer for From First to Last.
Mhm.
Like he does a lot of hip hop beats, dude. He did that fucking El Chapo song.
Well, there's Bring the Noise, which is Skrillex and someone else.
Bring the Noise.
I think that's the name.
You mean Noisia? Bring the Noise. Skrillex and Noisia, or
I don't know.
there's I know Skrillex's catalog pretty well. Like the Jack U thing that he did with Diplo.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like kind of shaped why that whole fucking 2015 to 2020 sounded like that.
People chase a sound for
Because
a number
that
of
whole
years.
"Where are you now that I need ya" is originally theirs. It's theirs. It's fucking Justin Bieber was just vocals on that. That's a Skrillex and Diplo song, dude.
Yeah.
So like that was on the Skrillex and Diplo Jack U album. Like, dude, like so that really shaped that whole like bouncy tropical house, like future bass dubstep chill vibe thing is that whole album, and then like you can hear how it's totally shaped.
Yeah.
How people do shit for sure.
I just realized I have a fucking thing that's supposed to come. A record that I bought.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah, it was a Flamingosis, like their new album. It was like pre-ordered now, and I did it like a month and a half ago, and it was supposed to ship
Is
by
it a
the end of
vinyl?
August. Yeah.
Oh, you have a vinyl player?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw a bunch of records in your room. That one time.
Dude, yeah, I love the flea market. We gotta go there too because they have so many good records, bro.
They have vinyls?
dude, tons. And I got I got
When is this flea market?
Saturday and Sunday.
It's in the mornings.
It's yes.
Oh, I don't work Saturday mornings.
It's a good fucking day to go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. It's sick. And like I bought a player album for like $3, but like I checked it and it was unused. I
Bro.
don't think anyone ever played it.
I went to the Sound Exchange here in Tampa,
Yeah.
and I bought fucking the Beatles 65 first pressing, good condition for like $6.
Dude, the person I'm thinking of, they have multiple people who sell vinyls there. There's also a Gundam Japan store. And it's the one place that's like super air conditioned and shit, and there's like a bunch of Gundam sets and fucking like Japanese like ice cream, like
Right.
it's just a fucking nerd hangout, but it's super cool because it's been there forever. You
That's
know,
fucking awesome.
like it's like the Nintendo store. There's certain people that have been at that flea market. That's culture in a nutshell, man. That's the meeting spot right there.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and there's so much cool shit. I bought ammo there the other week. You know, like
What the fuck?
Biden banned Russian ammo, which is bullshit because that's 30% of the U.S. ammo market. So we're going to go through another ammo crisis of people buying, and we're going to have it's going to be an artificial crisis this time,
Yeah.
and that's really frustrating. But so the AK that I have is basically like a paperweight, unless I want to pay $1 a round, which is fucking not the
Wow.
reason I bought an AK. I bought it because it was 18 cents a round.
Yeah.
And because they banned the Russian ammo and there's no people to step up, there's like no ammo. So I just saw a thing. I was with Will and he pointed. He's like, "Oh, look, it says guns. Let's check it out." I'm like, "Okay." I went in and it's just some old dude, but he had some, so I fucking bought that. And I was like, "That's fucking score." Honestly, it's like you can buy everything from fucking fruits and vegetables to ammo and firearms. To fucking there's tons of smoke shops and like crystal shops and healing people that make their own baked goods. Like this dude who makes like the most fire hot sauce. Like there's so much cool shit. I talked to some dudes that were doing Kratom and Crava. He was doing Kratom extracts and he was selling them as gate. He called it.
Time.
I don't like Kava. I like Kratom, but it was called. He called it
Kratom
Kratorade.
freaks my heart out, man.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to go home from where I bar back at fucking one of the nights because I fucking had to go home and like get right because my.
Oh, dude.
So Kava though is the shit. I love Kava, dude. It fucking like makes my tongue numb.
It makes my stomach hurt. That's my only
Not
thing.
lying.
Yeah.
I have like at the place I was doing a mic at. I had a Kava bowl too. Like it was great. I loved it.
Hard.
It made me feel good.
Yeah, that's some
fucking-
interesting shit.
At the flea market though, you're talking about flea markets up in my hometown in Traverse City. There's an old lady that used to like make duct tape roses.
That's cool.
So that was fucking cool. She taught me how to make them. My mom used to go there. I forgot why my mom fucking went there. I don't remember why. She didn't buy anything. She wasn't selling anything. She was literally standing around. I remember standing around. Oh, it was her friend who had a shop there. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always like helped her friend out.
I got so much cool shit. Their books. They have a Chinese dollar store, which is where they just have like rows of shit, and it's all just like ridiculously fucking cheap. You know.
Did you see Centro is fucking sectioned off?
Central Ybor?
Centro Ybor is
Why?
Because it says deadly poison.
Why?
They're treating the water there, I guess. Yeah, dude. There's fucking like tape all around. There's like yellow tape, and like it's completely.
All of Central Ybor. So
Yeah.
like Tampa Bay Brewing is probably closed.
Yeah,
like,
man. Like the whole like where Carne Chop House used to be, Asiatic, fucking Central Cantina, Jimmy John's, fucking areas like roped off, bro.
dude.
It's fucking weird.
Holy shit! I'm googling that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I saw that like a few nights ago after work when I went up to 7-Eleven to get some food. I was like, what the fuck is going on over there? It says deadly poison. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Dude.
Like, yeah, apparently I guess the water is being treated.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
But yeah, but that's a really weird sign just to have up.
That does not inspire faith.
No, it does not.
God. I really miss the movie theater that was there. They had a
Me
movie
too.
code.
I saw Sausage Party there on acid.
That sounds trippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was crazy. It was the fucking dumbest thing I've ever done.
Was it enjoyable or not?
Yeah, it was
really?
great. It was great. But,
Okay.
it's just funny that I actually went. I just went with a friend.
Yeah.
And fucking we saw it. He didn't know I was on acid. But fucking, it was hilarious.
That movie theater, I understand why they closed because they were always like basically empty. You know what I mean? There was there's never anyone there.
It was so cool.
Oh, I loved it. But I understand why it closed. But I think if people would go there if it was there now.
Oh,
because
I would
there's
go
so
there.
many people. I would too. It's 4 blocks away. You just go there for a fucking perfect date night. It's like that was just such a chill place. I remember seeing like Spider-Man 2, and you remember how big Spider-Man 2 was. Like I saw it like 2 days after it came out, and there was like 2 people in the theater
during that. I was in Michigan until 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I miss that place.
Michigan?
I miss the snow.
Yeah.
I miss waking up at like 6 in the morning and going outside and seeing just like that first like
Fresh
shine
layer.
through. No, the shine through, man, of the light.
Hitting the snow.
Light. Well, but there's also like this weird like, almost as if something's in the air, like it'll beam through.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
The air is visible. The light rays are visible. It's almost like if there was smoke in the air
Something
or something.
else.
That sounds dope.
I think it's because like the sun might be like evaporating the snow a little bit.
Yeah.
In the uncloudy mornings, it's just fucking awesome. It's different.
Hell yeah.
You get it like when you're around the death like that, man. Like you get like that's really what it is. All those trees and shit are just waiting to come back. Like
They're going through cycles, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't know, man. I just it wasn't plugged in.
Sorry, folks. We're back.
Yeah.
Had a little camera difficulty today, but we'll have it figured out by next time.
We will. Don't even worry about it, guys. But we'd like to thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
We didn't have a guest this time. Might not have been that exciting of an episode, but hey, we're here for you, motherfuckers. We always want to provide some sort of content. Even it might not be the most exciting content, we're here for you. We came to talk to you guys. We came to talk about some shit with you. And I think at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So, you can donate to us at, what was it again, Landon? I'm so dumb. I forget
YKH Podcast.
And it's funny because I just wrote.
And that's on Venmo.
Right. I fucking copy and paste it every time I do the description. Of the video, so I should know it by now. But if you'd like to donate to us, you can fucking give us money there. And we will put it towards making this podcast better for you guys to listen to. We might actually just be listenable to y'all at some point. I'm kidding. We're listenable now. We'd like to thank you. Like, favorite, subscribe. Make sure that you share this amongst your peoples.
Make sure to comment.
Make sure to also don't kill any people today.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thank you for listening.
Can't make any promises.